For over 100 years, since the advent of the automobile in the late 19th century, the Amazon and its indigenous people have been under unceasing attack by foreign interests. The Industrial Revolution in the United States and other Western countries in the early 1900s increased demand for latex, which is the primary material necessary for rubber production. Enter the Amazon rubber boom. Key figures such as Henry Ford, champions of the Industrial Revolution in the United States, spelled doom for the Amazon and its indigenous people. Interestingly, in 1927, Ford himself even attempted to establish a rubber plantation in Brazil called Fordlandia. Throughout the late 1800s and early 1900s, the people of the Amazon experienced immense persecution in the form of slavery, murder, and rape by rubber barons seeking to cash in on the sudden boom in rubber demand. In the Putumayo region, for example, the indigenous population dropped from around 40 to 50,000 to just 10,000. In other parts of the Amazon, such as the Madre de Dios region in southern Peru, the accounts are just as harrowing. A 1906 publication of El Comercio describes the persecution that the rubber barons inflicted upon the native people. The following quote is a translation from that publication. In the basin of the Madre de Dios and its affluents, where it is easy to navigate with the help of the terrible chunchos, who in reality are good and hospitable, exist immense quantities of rubber, rich and abundant rubber forced of easy exploitation. Urged on by the profit resulting from the sale of boys, robust youths, and young women, they tear children from mothers and wives from husbands without pity and pass them from hand to hand as slaves.
Today, interest in the rubber resources of the Amazon has been stifled by the establishment of more accessible rubber plantations in Southeast Asia, but the assault on the region and its people continues. Over the last 100 years, the Amazon has experienced continual plundering of its natural resources, and illegal efforts to extract those resources have done immeasurable damage to the region and its inhabitants. Foreign pressure from companies, countries, and organizations has facilitated illegal logging, poaching, ranching, and mining efforts throughout the region. Indigenous peoples such as the Yanomami, who number around 29,000, are directly threatened by such activities and are actively fighting against illegal resource extraction on their land. Illegal activities also threaten smaller groups of uncontacted, isolated Amazonian tribes, who were likely driven into complete isolation by the rubber barons many decades ago. Today, these isolated groups, such as the Pashko Piro of the Madre de Dios, are staunchly opposed to contact with anyone from the outside, and interactions between illegal miners, loggers, and other outside travelers often result in death. Despite the deadly consequences, illegal resource extraction efforts continue to encroach on Pashko Piro land. An organization called Jungle Keepers, which consists of an interdisciplinary team of researchers and local people, is making important progress in preserving primary rainforest land through direct land acquisition and continual land monitoring. A fight to save the Amazon itself is also a fight to save its people. So if you want to get involved and help save the rainforest, please consider donating to the Jungle Keepers using the link here.